We go to Kamkunji tomorrow.
Raila Odinga, Kenya's political shapeshifter, is once again dancing between the raindrops, calling for a grand Saba Saba commemoration at Kamukunji grounds on July 7th, 2025 to honor the 1990 pro-democracy uprising he helped spark.
We go to Kamkunji tomorrow because if you're talking about protesting, you are protesting, where is this protest going to start and where is it going to? My view would be the road should lead to Kamkunji. And then in Kamkunji, people meet there and pass a resolution. This is what we want, the Kenya we want. To me, that would be the best way to remember people who have died fighting for the right of the people of Kenya.
With one foot in the gilded halls of the political elite, where his handshake with President William Ruto has secured ODM a cozy spot in government, he is simultaneously preaching to the masses with a zeal that could rival a revivalist pastor.
Is that if you want to remember Saba Saba, then we go to Kamkunji. I always go to Kamkunji, even quietly, but I always go there on Saba Saba Day to just go and remember the people who lost their lives there.
But as he summons Kenyans to Kamukunji, many are side-eyeing his motives, wondering if this is a heartfelt nod to history or a sleek move to steal the spotlight for Gen Z's planned protest on the same day.
You see, Saba Saba actually was a very noble idea. Saba Saba was meant to bring the people together for a common cause. And this cause was change. And we decided that we would go to Kamkunji grounds, which is historical grounds. This is where the last Kenya African Union meeting was held in 1952, before the declaration of the state of emergency. And that's again where, when they allowed for formation of political parties, again, the first rally of KANU was held in Kamkunji. So Kamkunji, that's also why eventually when they lifted Section 2A and allowed for formation of political parties, and the first party to be registered was the Forum for Restoration of Democracy. The first rally was held at Kamkunji.
The handshake with Ruto, which saw ODM allies snag cabinet seats in 2024, looms large over Raila's Saba Saba gambit. To some, it is betrayal of his opposition roots, a deal that swapped reformist fire for a slice of power. Gen Z, still seething from the 2024 finance bill protest and chanting Ruto must go on X, is not buying Raila's balancing act. While he praised their courage and demanded justice for protest victims, his call for peaceful rallies, paired with a reported dismissal of Gen Z's plans, feels like a velvet glove over a divisive hammer, splitting those who will join his Kamukunji nostalgia fest from those hitting the streets for economic justice.
So my idea would be, we go to Kamkunji tomorrow, because if you're talking about protesting, you are protesting, where is this protest going to start and where is it going to? My view would be, the road should lead to Kamkunji.
Raila's claim to Saba Saba's legacy is bulletproof, but the ground has shifted since 1990. Gen Z's fight is not for multi-party democracy, but for a government that does not treat them like piggy bank. His Kamukunji rally could be a bid to coral their fury into a safer, nostalgic narrative, keeping his reformist halo polished while staying charmy with Ruto. Ex-users are skeptical, with some calling it a distraction from his government ties, others mocking his rally as a U-turn from his elite alliances. Whether he is waving a Salvation Army flag to pacify the youth or genuinely bridging Kenya's past and present, Raila's latest move leaves one truth in sharp relief. He is still Kenya's master juggler, tossing elite deals and street cred in the air, even as the nation's fault lines widen. July 7th, 1990, a day etched in Kenya's history. Back then, Kenya was a one-party state under President Daniel Arap Moi's KANU regime. Opposition was not just frowned upon, it was crushed. But a group of fearless leaders, including Kenneth Matiba, Charles Rubia, and young Raila Odinga, defied Moi's iron grip. They called for a pro-democracy rally at Kamukunji grounds to demand multi-party democracy. The government banned it. They arrested the organizers, but thousands of Kenyans showed up anyway. The response was brutal. Riot police descended with batons and tear gas. At least 20 people were killed and over 1,000 were arrested. But the spirit of Saba Saba could not be silenced. Those protests forced Moi to repeal Section 2A of the Constitution in 1991, ending the one-party state and paving the way for multi-party elections. It was a victory hard-won with blood and courage.
Rubia and Matiba were arrested on the 2nd of July. And me, I was now arrested on the 4th of July.
That is why Saba Saba is not just a date. It is a symbol of resistance, a reminder that Kenyans have always fought for their rights. And in 2025, those same issues, freedom, justice, and a fair system, are back in the spotlight.
Kulingana na hii serikali ya Ruto na mzee Raila Odinga is the worst. Yani imefika mahali Raila anapigwa mawe mpaka Nyanza. Mpaka Nyanza Raila, surely. Raila wewe unafaa ufunguke macho pia. Mpaka Nyanza unafukuzwa. Hapa walikuwa nalipa watu ati ukipata mtu anaandamana upige. Hiyo ndio tunaendelea kuishi.
Economic hardships are biting hard. The cost of life is skyrocketing. Think high taxes, soaring food prices, and a national debt that is eating up 65% of Kenya's revenue. For ordinary Kenyans, it feels like the system is rigged against them. And it is not just about money. Human rights violations are a growing concern. Police brutality, extrajudicial killings, and abductions of activists have fueled public outrage. Just last month, protests marking the anniversary of 2024's anti-tax demonstrations left at least 16 people dead and hundreds injured. The Kenya National Commission on Human Rights says over 1,000 have been hurt in protest over the past year, with a dozen still missing. So what happens next? Tomorrow's rally could be a defining moment. Will it spark the change Kenyans are demanding, or will it face the same brutal crackdowns as before? One thing is clear, the spirit of Saba Saba is alive and well. Newsroom, Maisha TV, Reader Kering Chebet.